I was nervous coming into the season. I mean, I'd never gotten a chance to go play as much as I knew I was going to play this year, and I was nervous. I just wanted to be a player. I was just so fired up. I wanted to prove myself.
Yeah, I waited a long time to be able to quarterback a team through a season. I look forward to it for the whole year, so I was obviously excited.
This team was as fun a team as I've ever been around at Cornell. And I think a lot of that has to do with the personality, starting with the quarterback. And we had a fellow, Steve Joyce, who had a career year as a senior, establishing several different school records. As poised a player as we've had, as calm a player as we've had, right personality in the huddle, well-liked by his teammates. And it's, you know, the quarterback position is important on anybody's football team, and ours is no different.
He was incredible. You know, we had a lot of faith in Steve as a quarterback, but I think he went beyond anyone's expectations this year. Just the way he threw the ball, the way he took control in the huddle, it was tremendous.
Princeton was a close game. We ended up losing by 2 points, and we really didn't get our offense moving until the second half. And finally, something happened. Our offense woke up, and we were moving the ball, moved on it well. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. It was too little, too late. And it's tough in a game that important, first game of the year, to lose it puts you in a big hole. And we had it's a big hole to dig ourselves out of. And we did a good job. We came back strong. Next week we had Holy Cross. And it was homecoming here. We had a decent crowd, and we were psyched. And we went out there and we took it to them. After that game, I think the confidence of the team went up a lot, and we knew that we could beat anyone that we went against, because we knew Princeton was a good team, and we came so close to beating them, and we still had a shot at the title. We figured someone was going to be Princeton, and we could just keep on rolling.
The Dartmouth game was another tight game, and they drive on us, and for some reason we were having problems stopping their option. And when it came down to the goal line area, we stopped them cold. And we had an interception on the goal line where Al Jancic rolled left. I intercepted the ball, and the game was over.
Our game against Harvard, I think, really established something with our football team. We had won our first conference game the week before on the road at Dartmouth. And then we had to come back home against a very formidable and always formidable opponent. late in the game in which we were able to drive and establish some field position but not get points. And through a tremendous play of penetration by Seth Payne at the line of scrimmage and a tremendous opening for Nick Baumbach to explode into this outstanding runner and cause a fumble deep in their territory, gave us one more chance as the game was starting to wind down to get a score.
You dream about that. You dream about that at night. You want to be put in those situations. You want to be able to play when everything's on the line.
Obviously, everybody's excited. There's like a minute or two left, and you know, we called a pass play. We thought maybe they'd be blitzing, and their cornerback jumped the outside receiver and left Krozak just wide open. So he was all by himself. So it was a pretty easy read and just threw it to him. And that was exciting. But then we knew, I mean, that we had to hold everything back because we knew we had to go for two.
You see the coaches on the other sideline. They're going, well, they're going to give the ball to Lever. They got to get 3 yards. Of course, the kid is unanimous all Ivy. They're going to give him the ball, and we just have one job, is to get that ball in the end zone. My ankle was really hurting me from the week before, and you know, Hoffer called my number, and I remember, you know, it was off tackle to the right, and I just saw the hole, and I planted as hard as I could on my bad ankle, and it hurt a lot, but I just pushed it, and I got in there barely, got in there by foot.
Into the end zone, it's good, the two-point conversion is good, and the Big Red have taken the lead, 28-27.
But there was still time, so now our defense still, in fact, had to seal the deal by preventing the opponent from getting close enough.
That's what we look for as defensive players. We want to be out there when the game's on the line. And our offense in that game went down and did their job. And we said, you know, we said to each other before we went out there, we're not going to let our team down.
Now it's up to Ryan Bunn from 38 yards out to win it for the Crimson. The spot is down, the kick is up, it's long enough, and it is no good! The kick is no good, and the jinx continues for the Harvard Crimson. Time has run out, and the Big Red win 28-27.
Unbelievable. Coaches are going nuts on the sideline. Everybody's out in the middle of the field. This is a great win for Cornell.
In a close game, it can sometimes be just one play here or one play there. And we're talking about a 28-27 game, so you know it was a close game. But you win as a team.
The Brown game sticks out in my mind as a game where our offense really played well. Steve in particular. I mean, in that game, if I recall, both Mateo and I had over 100 yards. Levitt had 200 yards. Smith had 100 yards. Joyce passed for like 300 and something yards.
Steve threw a quick slant where he had to throw it, and I just dove and stuck one hand out there, and I was able to make the play. And you know, it was probably more luck than anything else, but that was probably the greatest individual catch that I've ever made.
Then we got a chance to come home for 2 weeks against Yale and Columbia. And the Yale game was a big-time ball game for us. It was a very thorough and dominating victory all the way around, offensively, defensively.
Yeah, that's what it's all about when they end up in the end zone. You know, you did your job, and and celebrate as a team. It's a lot of fun.
I'd say the pinnacle of our season, Columbia, when we realized that we had the game in hand, and we hadn't beaten Columbia, and we've always seemed to play well offensively, but not well enough to win.
Columbia thinks they have it number. They think they can just come out here and roll all over us, and we were psyched for that game. We took it to them. I mean, we really, I think, dominated them at that. We sat there and we were tearing around. The seniors came out on the field and all the students were running around with us, and we were out there for kill the clock. And after that play, all our fellows on the sideline already found out that Yale had beaten Princeton, so that gave us a shot at a title game going into Penn. And I came to the locker room and I had never been so, I can't explain it. That's just the feeling that it was. There's nothing that can explain that type of happiness. It's incredible. The most exciting part about winning, or the most fulfilling part about winning, is knowing that you worked for it, I think, and just remembering what you went through. You know, nothing that comes easy is ever all that rewarding.
It took hard work to get here. It took hard work. Now we got to give everything we got for one more week. We come away with it all, baby. Let's get hard work on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hard work!
I think the most exciting thing for me this season was the expectation before the Penn game. The whole week preparing for a championship game was something that we talked about for a long time, throughout the summer, throughout the spring. It was, you know, when's it going to be the week when we get to prepare for a championship game? And it was so exciting.
You take a risk when you play this game. The risk is winning and losing. We didn't play our best game in the final game of the season, but we played great football to put ourselves in that position to play for a championship. And I don't know that there's anything you can ask more than that.
You take a lot out of being part of this program. You learn a lot about responsibility and sacrifice and teamwork. And as you said, friendship's going to be the main thing I'm going to take out of here. I got friends for life now, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
By far, it's been the best experience of my life. My 4 years here with this program has meant more to me than anything in my life. I'll just never forget the opportunities that we've had as a team and as a player, and I'll never forget playing on Schilthoff Field. There's nothing like it. I'll tell you, it's hard when you're walking off the practice field for the last time, because you know this is it. Never again am I going to be part of something this strong, where everyone
is working so hard, giving their lives for the team.
There's no one really else in the situation that we're in as football players on this campus. So just the understanding that we're all in the same boat, that we all have the same sort of problems, the same opportunities in front of us. That you become pretty tight-knit as a team.
And then you look back on it and how fast it went by, and it's kind of tough when you see how, because when you're playing, you don't notice it, but when you look back and all the good times you had playing off on Shokoff Field, wearing the big red colors, it's a lot of fun.
It's taught me so much, socializing, commitment, dedication, hard work. All those special attributes that make someone successful is something that's all been enhanced through the Cornell football program and through the coaches here.
They're going to have those teammates for the rest of their lives, particularly when they have success. And we've had 9 straight senior classes that have had winning career records. So that stands for something. It counts.
That's the highlight of it all. Sitting in that room, singing with hundreds of your best friends. That's what it's all about.